The first thing that I recommend doing is tracking your time. Now, you can do this in a few different ways, but the easiest and fastest way that I like to do it is just by making a simple time grid in my bullet journal or in a tiny Field Notes pocket notebook that is really easy for me to use and transport anywhere that I'm going. When I talk about time tracking, I don't mean that you need to track every minute of every single day. If you're using this from a work perspective to understand how you're best using your time in your job or in your side hustle or some other hobby that you enjoy, then what I would do is track your time in 30-minute blocks. If you were, say, 80% focused on a particular project or task during that 30-minute block, or you had a very strong intention to do so and weren't that distracted, then go ahead and write down what you were doing for the most part for that 30 minutes. For example, I will often start my workday with 30 to 60 minutes of writing. Even if I do check Twitter or scroll through Instagram a little bit during that time, as long as I am returning quickly to the writing, I still define and track that amount of time as being spent on writing. I also don't take a specific break to track every single 30-minute chunk. I'll normally look back every 2, 3, 4 hours a few times during the day and just kind of remember and think, what was I spending my time on during this 30-minute block or this hour-long block? It's a lot like meditating in the sense, because I would still say that I'm meditating for 30 minutes if I sit in place and I try and focus on my breathing for 30 minutes. Even if my mind wanders, that doesn't mean that I wasn't meditating for that amount of time, as long as I return to the breath and return to the practice. Think of time tracking in the same way.